I want to say good luck to the basketball team and the seniors as they're going out in the last home game here at the arena. Just appreciate all their contributions to the University of Missouri. This season's been exciting to watch them, and look forward to them having a great game tonight, and then look forward to what they're going to do in the tournament. Appreciate all the fans. What a beautiful day. What a great turnout by the fans, the people who support our university. Hopefully they got a great look at what their season tickets could look like, and really appreciative of them being out here, and hopefully gave them something to do today. And hopefully we entertained all the people on the other side that were getting their vaccine shots too. So productive day of practice, continuing to work to get better. One day at a time. We're just trying to stack some good days together. Got some high red zone work today. And then at the end, just moved the ball a couple of times. Obviously the defense was way ahead of the offense today. And so got to clean up a lot of turnovers, but overall it's a good day. I like the struggle right now that we're in. So that's good.
First question, Dave Matter, St. Louis Post-Dispatch. Go ahead.
Hey, Eli, I know it's really early and these guys are new, but what can Lovett and Cooper, what can they add to this offense in the ways them?
Well, they've got great speed, and they do a really good job with the ball in their hand, and both of them had flashes today of some really good things. I'm not sure that if we were playing live, they would have been able to tackle Mookie on that little around the edge. And then we had a great reverse play in the red area. So, excited to find ways to get them the ball, in space. I think the most important thing is for them not to feel the pressure that they have to do anything any more than just be the best version of themselves and keep practicing every day to get better. And all that stuff will take care of themselves, but definitely excited about the opportunities for sure.
Andrew Kaufman, KMIZ.
Coach, especially for you, I'm sure you're animated at every practice, but having the fans and for the players, do you think it added a little bit more to have people watching them?
Yeah, I told them all the Ted Williams story, right? Which is they asked him why he plays and doesn't take a day off because you never know if this is the first time this young man's watched him play or going to, let him hit a home run. So it's kind of that opportunity that anytime you get a chance to perform, always perform at your best. And we always appreciate having the fans. Just a great opportunity for us and great opportunity for our guys to feel that performance anxiety and battle through it too.
Dave, the Army Park Zoo.
Yeah, Eli, I know there'll be plenty of, shuffling between now and in the season, obviously, but I noticed I noticed Case Cook is getting a decent amount of reps at center. Is that just something to kind of be prepared for multiple situations there?
It's both. Case and Michael Maietti have had a ton of football. They've played a ton of football, and you don't want to there's a certain amount of reps that a body can take. And so we're trying to make sure that we do a nice job of making sure Case and Mike don't over rep, I would say is the best term. And then it also provides us an opportunity to give that guard position great reps. So you got Luke, you got EJ, you got X, you got Mike Ruth, you got Richard Taylor. You got a lot of different guys. You got some Connor Tollison thrown in there too. You got a lot of different guys who can rep multiple positions, and it gives them an opportunity to grow and develop. We kind of know what Case is going to do at that guard position. He's got 4 years of tape on it. So, giving him an opportunity to be a back to rep center just in case. Mike's a rock at that position, but, it gives us an opportunity to protect our guys too.
Jack Sobel, the manager.
Eli, sticking with the depth chart, it looked like J.C. Carlisle was with the first team at deep safety today. Is that where you see him long term, and how did he look there today?
Yes, JC has been playing a lot of free safety. There is no depth chart at the end of spring. This is just an opportunity for everybody to get playing time, and really at the end of spring, it's you got 4 months to get ready for the real competition. We don't open up with a game. We open up with fall camp, and depth charts are really more just for organizational purposes. But he's doing a nice job at that position. He had a pick in tempo that would have been returned to the house. He's natural with the ball in his hands. He's got that length and a ball awareness. So, yeah, we're very, very excited about what his potential is at that free safety position.
Eric Blum, Columbia Tribune.
Hey, I actually have a question about Case as well. When did you know he was going to plan on cutting off his hair and then donating it to Wigs for Kids? And then, in your opinion, in kind of a joking way, but kind of serious too, does he look better with or without the mullet?
His mom alerted me and said, "Don't tell him that I told you," because he doesn't want anybody to know, which I promptly called and said, "Your mom told me that you're getting your hair cut." I'm just kidding about calling him, but that's how I found out. I think it's a mullet is, in college, it's business in the front, party in the rear, and that's kind of how you live your life when you're in college. So right now, I think it would be probably best in his interest to have maybe kept the mullet. But as he's going into his internships this summer, it was probably best to kind of eliminate that party in the rear type conversation and just get on that business front. So I think it's, we got Daniel Hawthorne working his mullet right now from a deep snapper position. And he's going into his sophomore season. So he's kind of in that, business in the front, party in the rear type guy right now.
And then a quick follow-up.
Follow-up.
No, just what does it say about him that he, not only just got rid of it, but gave it to an organization like Wigs for Kids?
I mean, I think that tells you it continues to reveal who Case Cook is. I think we all know that he's a tremendous man of character, great work ethic, toughness, but who you are reveals itself over time, and it's just a continuation of who he really is.
Ben Durant, San Luis Potosí.
Eli, I know you've gotten a lot of questions about Sean Robinson. He was sort of telling us that he needs to be a little more patient with himself during the transition process. I'm curious just sort of what your interactions have been like with him early in spring camp and how he's making that adjustment so far.
I made a cut up for the team about the way Sean practices compared to everybody else. And if our whole team would practice the way Sean Robinson's practicing right now with urgency, intensity, and great focus on detail, we'll be a championship football team. But we got to continue to raise our level. But he's setting a standard for us on how to practice. He knows he's going to go out there and make mistakes, but it's about growing and learning from each one of those mistakes. He plays really fast. He plays really hard. My only interaction with him today was yelling at him to stay off the quarterback. I think he's got some pent up energy against Brady Cook, and he's really going to take him out right there. But nice play. He's playing good. Like I said, mistakes are part of growth. I saw a tweet the other day. The value is in the struggle. The struggle is the value. And so, he's learning to struggle and fight through it and get better.
Mitch 40, Parmesan.
Eli, you've got a couple defensive linemen here who have some experience at the college level, and Daniel Robledo and Realist George. I'm curious, what have you seen from them so far during spring, and how can they help you?
Well, both of them were able to earn their number during our one-on-one drill, Patriot drill. And, those guys are continuing to grow and learn the defense, learn the technique that Coach Franklin wants them to learn. Spring's usually a struggle period for those junior college players just because of the tempo, the amount of reps, the intensity, the detail with which we practice. But if they can absorb it and then utilize the next 4 months to improve, they'll put themselves in a position to help us in the fall.
Blair Kirkhoff, Kansas City Star.
Hey, I'm just curious about the philosophy of not having the depth chart in the spring. Is that something you've always done or been part of a staff that's always done that?
I just think it's always compete, and when competition's open, you get the best out of people. And once you kind of set a depth chart, people get complacent. Well, I'm this, and other people get upset. And so the reality of it is, no matter how good you are in spring, if you don't bring your A game in fall camp, you're not going to start for us. I mean, it's just not going to happen. So I don't think there's value in setting the depth chart. Now, I mean, is there people that are going to be the starters? Yeah, you got a pretty good feeling. But, there's 4 months. A lot of things can happen between now and 4 months that can dramatically change a football team. And so, again, we believe in competition, and it's just how it's always worked out for me.
Wilson Moore, Columbia, Missouri.
Eli, you said your early impressions of Mookie with how fast he was. Having had a little more time to see him and watch him play, is there anything else that stands out to you about him?
Yeah, he's got a tremendous smile. Yeah, I love that guy's smile. He's got great energy, great work ethic. His attitude is about how do I improve. He called me after Thursday practice and was asking me what the next install was so he could get ahead. He's on a mission right now. and I appreciate that. And I'm on a mission with him, so I'm really excited about it.
Parker Reed, KLMU.
Coach, kind of expanding off of that, Mookie was really impressive today, but so was Jay and really the entire receiving core. What have you seen from them in the spring?
I mean, we had some good plays in one-on-ones. I think we had 3 tip balls, 2 of them resulted in picks. So I don't know that I'm real fired up about.
I think more so Mookie. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, hey, look, everybody's got good days and bad days. That's part of the growth. We got good days and bad days. Everybody's got to keep fighting to get better. We're not quite sure where we're at. I do know that our defensive backs, are pretty good. And so that one-on-one time that we get is really good for us to continue to grow. But consistency is not really there yet, route depths and all that, but we'll get there. And, I think Coach Hamden's done a nice job of challenging those guys to be more consistent in their approach and more consistent making plays for us, down the field. And we saw some of that today. I thought Kiki went up in the red zone, made a nice contested catch there in front of JD, which was nice.
Dave Matter, post dispatch.
Hey, Eli, forgive me if I just missed him. Is Travion Ford out here right now, or is he?
No, Travion had an injury during training, so he's going to miss the rest of spring. We anticipate a full recovery. He should be back full speed by the time we come back for summer school.
Okay.
And last game, the Auburn Promise.
Yeah, I don't think we've asked you about Jadarius Perkins yet this spring, and kind of 2 parts. First of all, how far ahead of the time that everybody else knew he was here did you guys actually know he was coming, and what have you seen out of him just through a handful of practices and workouts?
Yeah, about 2 hours. We knew about 2 hours before y'all did that he was coming, which was awesome. JD Perkins, you want to talk about a young man who's got great work ethic, attention to detail. He's doing everything we're asking him to do, getting reps with the ones, learning a whole new defense, adjusting to different things being thrown at him. He's got the right stuff. He's really got the right stuff. Got great length, short area quickness, ball skills. We're fired up about. Excuse me. Spring day out here. We're fired up about what he's going to bring to our defense and the way he's practicing. Just like everybody, there's good plays, and then there's plays that he gets to learn from, and that's why it's so good for him to be here this spring. I know he's really soaking up the opportunity to learn from Coach Wilkes, and I thought him and Ennis had some really good break on the balls in the team periods and did a nice job. I know Ennis had a nice red zone breakup and a 3rd down breakup. So those guys are continuing to improve, and if we can get all those guys that I've just mentioned to continue to iron sharpens iron and really get better off each other, I really like the way that our secondary group's going to come together.